Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So first off, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my YouTube members, Argent Ryans. Thanks for your support. In today's video, we're going to go through the newest dungeon, which is the Lunar Ghost City that was just unlocked after Chapter 10. Now, if you haven't caught my live stream, I did have some technical difficulties and it is split into 3. However, the boss fight is there, especially on part 3 if you want to check it out. So anyways, I have run this dungeon a couple of times and I would definitely recommend bringing a mixed team. The same team that you're using for the other dungeon will be sufficient. You'll need some blunt. You can see that the Lunar Ghost City has the same mob, so anything that you're using that was effective here will be continuously effective in this first part of the dungeon. And there's actually 3 different sections, and they actually have different types of mobs and horrors as well. One other thing to note is that you will still be able to level up Clark's shadow here. So make sure you have him either in his regular form or in his AS form, and I'm sure a lot of you will be leveling that up. So, you know, that's understandable that you'll have him in the back like I do until he's of a suitable power in order to take on some of the mobs here. A lot of them here are weak to crystals, so obviously if you have him, it will make things a lot easier. Also, there's 2 treasure chests per side, just like the Shade Dungeon. So it's not going to be a 2-1-3 component, it's going to be a 2-2-2. Not sure if there's any chant scripts in any of these chests. However, obviously let me know in the comments below if you do run into any chant scripts. One thing to also note, you do have the same 5 mobs, like in terms of 5 encounters per section. So it feels like when you're in this section, it feels like you're doing the almost like the Guerrilla dungeons. However, it's actually you can move back and forth between each section, so no problem if you've forgotten something, and you can still see that you actually have to collect some shiny spots as well. These sparkles, you can actually trade them in once you have enough. These magic elements, you can trade them in once you have enough at the beginning of the stage before you wander into the first area, and that will be the first room on the right. So if you have challenged Chapter 10, you can see that some of the enemies are weak to slash. They're not really weak to, you can see that they're weak to lightning as well, although some are resistant and absorb. So you really do have to have a mixed team. So that's why I'm bringing Shannon in this case. Does really well for handling a lot of these mobs. There's also horrors in area 2 and 3, and it's going to be the same horror as you faced in the Lunar Ghost City. So if you have a blunt team, that will do very well here. In this case, I do have Melissa on my team, and so I will just have to bar it. There you go. Actually, I should correct myself. This is not the horror in the Lunar Ghost City. This is the one as you're exploring through Chapter 10 in the castle. Sorry, my apologies. I'm still getting used to it myself. This is only my 2nd run, so I was actually trying to get as much content out for you as I can, and I do apologize for the delays. It is quite an endeavor, of course, with the long stream, being that Chapter 10 was an extremely long chapter. So for those who aren't in a rush, I do know that you do get a Luring Shadow 5-star drop guaranteed at the end of Chapter 10. However, definitely take your time and enjoy the story. There's a lot of truth bombs in there. A lot of things to look out for as well, so keep that in mind. Alright, so make sure you collect all those sparkles, and then we will continue on here. I'm sure there are rare areas as well. Tower of Sword is a common area from what I see. And you can see there's a horror there in red. We shall continue on. So slash works really well here. In this case, Melissa is faster than everyone else, and so you see her acting first, obviously, in taking down the mobs there. So one thing to keep in mind is if you are, needing it, you definitely want a bar when you're taking on the horrors as well as the final boss. And you'll see who the final boss is. If you have finished chapter 10, you'll probably have an inkling and a guess as to who that might be. And just bar again. And again, weak to slash, so no problems there. And we're done. Okay, perfect. So let me know in the comments below if you're bringing different team comps or you found some team comps a little bit easier to use than others. I'm sure this is not the most efficient, although it is suitable for handling the difficulty so far. And if you're wondering why I'm using AS Myers, she's not the most effective here. However, she does have that heal that I can use, especially since I don't have AS Clark up front. Once AS Clark is of suitable speed and power, I'm actually going to take out AS Myers and probably just leave AS Clark in the front lines. Now, don't forget, we do have the save function, so you can clearly see that the moves are saved in between mob battles, and as long as you don't activate an AF, they will have the moves ready to go right away for the next one, and so it does save some pressing when you're fighting the mobs. Unfortunately, we don't have a full bar, so the final boss is relatively tough. I guess we'll see what we're up against. And of course, we're up against Emperor's Nod. So I don't have any debuffs here, so I'm really hoping that we can take it down. And if not, it's going to be an issue. So you can see weak to crystal, okay? Okay, so first term is the Restablishment, which is obviously a heal plus a 30% type shield. In this case, I'm just going to activate a 2-turn AF. Probably not the most effective, but does the trick. If you can end it on a turn 1 AF, then the enemy won't have a chance to put out that 30% type shield, but you can clearly see with only 2 million HP or less, you're not going to have too much trouble if you're bringing a full level 80 team. And like I said, AS Clark will do very well here against his counterpart. Okay, so let's take a look at the rewards. You do need the 120 light or shadow as usual, and you do get 3 reward lines. You get this power of crystal as Grasta as well. And so I'll just bring it over to Azana and show you what it is when you are upgrading that. There are different ones. So I got the regular crystal, which is only a 10% upgrade. Let's just take a look at this one. And now you can sort by crystal as well. So you can clearly see these are only 10% types. I can enhance one, not bad. This one has an instant speed. I'll enhance it just for fun. And if you want, we can also go to Hidden Village. I mean, we can waste a dormant ore. I do have enough dormant ores, and we can see what the effect of that is, just in case you're wondering. You can also see that by collecting the magic elements, you unlock rewards just similar to other kinds of dungeons where you kind of farm those things. Okay, so we can enhance it to 30% here, which is really, really good. All right. So that one's not bad at all. So we can put that directly on Clark, and of course we can also put it on. You can see I can leave that there, and we can put this on Melissa as well. So even though it's only an int and speed plus 3, that does give you 30%. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.